Hey, this is Restream coming to you live from Antone's in Austin, Texas for a brand new episode of Kill Tony. Give it up for Tony Excellent!
Wow, what an exciting applause. Give yourselves a hand for coming out, everybody. We're here. It's a live podcast. There's Brian Redband.
Hi, everybody.
We're still at it. Ryan J. Evelt's zooming in right now from Los Angeles, California. He's drawing tonight's episode. A bunch of people signed up. How many of you, this is your first Kill Tony live? You clap your hands. You don't raise your hands, people. This is people showed up to a fucking TED Talks tonight. How many of you have been to the show live before by round of applause? Huh? Still some hand raisers here. The beautiful blonde girl raised her hand still after I make fun of people that raise their hands. Stereotypes exist. It's all happening. We're all stuffed up. The great Yoni of Best BBQ got us all filled up today before the show. CM Smokehouse. Shout out to these people. I visited their location at Golden Acres. They have a little, it's like if you drive by it, you'll miss it. But if you know, it's there. And then in the back, there's like an entire festival happening. It's incredible. It's this giant piece of AstroTurf. What's the silly sport you guys play out here? It's like fat man's tennis. Pickleball. That's pickleball. People that have never eaten a pickle in their life out there fucking.
It's like throwing beanbags.
You would love it. It's fat tennis. You just stand there and just swing your fat arm back and forth like that. You don't have to move anywhere. So yeah, that's fun. So check out CM Smokehouse of Golden Acres. Shout out to Flores Tortillas, the best tortillas in the world. Go to florestortillas.com. How about a hand for the band? You've been listening to them for a while here. That's the great John B. on the keys. Follow him at John Keys, ending in a Z. That's Matt Mueling on guitar. Dean Madness on the bass. Let him hear you, people, because that's all he can do. And then the resident Mexican, Michael Gonzalez, on the drums, everybody. So we're here. Exciting stuff ahead. But before we start tonight's episode, here's a little bit the amazing sponsors that made tonight's episode available for you right now. Guys, we've talked about it before. We're talking about it again. Truly one of my favorite products that I've found in the past year. It is unbelievable. It's Liquid IV. With one stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water, you get 2 to 3 times the amount of hydration as plain water. This is a game changer for me. After golf, after shows, waking up hungover, you name it, Liquid IV is a magic trick for life.
Tony, I brought some of my personal stash for us today. They have the new strawberry. They have the new pina colada. I don't know if you've tried that yet. And my favorite is the passion fruit. Now, we've been talking about Liquid IV before they've even been a sponsor. I've always had a problem drinking water, and this has changed my life. These contain 5 essential vitamins, more vitamin C than an orange, and as much potassium as a banana. It's healthier than the sugary sports drinks that I used to be addicted to, and no artificial flavors or preservatives, and less sugar than an apple. It's made with clean ingredients, non-GMO, vegan, and free of gluten, dairy, and soy.
I'm telling you, I got off an airplane today, and it's another one of the areas where it's just incredible how well it works. Rehydration to the max. It's absolutely incredible. Again, this is a product we were talking about before they were even a sponsor. It's absolutely, and they're great people. They donate 3.7 million servings in response to COVID-19. They're donating them to hospitals, first responders, food banks, veterans, and the active military. And they've donated over 6.7 million servings globally. Grab your strawberry liquid IV or any one of their other great flavors in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 25% off now when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code TONY at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you use the promo code TONY at liquidiv.com. Get better hydration today at liquidiv.com, promo code TONY. This podcast is brought to you by the Ridge Wallet. It's light, sleek, and industrial. It doesn't fold or awkwardly bulge in your back pocket, and it seriously changed my whole pocket situations. It's designed to fit easily in your front pocket. I was having some neck problems earlier this year. Turns out, you move that stuff to your front pocket, it's a whole nother level. Most people are still using wallets designed in the 90s, carrying around old receipts, pictures of their ex, and gift cards, and unorganized mess. I mean, you know about this. You have a bunch of fast food place cards in your wallet.
Come on. No, but I do think a lot of people like us still carrying around that old wallet, you know? This one holds up to 12 cards, plus it has room for cash. There are over 30 colors and styles. I got the carbon fiber one. It's awesome. If this wasn't enough to win you over, check out the 40,000 5-star reviews. The durable material means each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty. You can buy this wallet and carry it for life. The Ridge team is so confident that you'll like it that they'll give you a 45-day trial. You can test it out for 45 days. If you don't like it, you can send it back for a full refund. If you don't love it.
Look, I'm telling you, people, every single cast member of Kill Tony has one. They use it. It absolutely works. It's sleek. It makes sense. Get your life together. Get rid of your silly, chunky wallet that your grandpa gave you. And have a better life with the Ridge Wallet. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/KillTony. That's ridge.com/KillTony. Use the code word KillTony. Don't forget, get 10% off. It's an amazing thing. Treat yourself. You'll thank me later. Who's ready to start the show, huh? How exciting. Every single week now we have 2 guests. This is an exciting one, huh? Very, very exciting. Total throwback to our Comedy Store days right now, ladies and gentlemen. 2 returning guests. Very, very exciting. One is the co-host of the Norm Macdonald Show and the talent coordinator of the Comedy Store, which puts a lot on tonight's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, very exciting guests. Make some noise for Adam Egan and Joe Rogan. Come on, people. We are live in Austin, Texas. Hell yeah. Adam Egan and Joe Rogan. Boy, oh boy, are we having fun here in Austin. I'm telling you, I'm all stuffed up. Barbecue, queso. Welcome, guys. Adam, checking out Austin for the first time this week, right?
Right, yes.
Pandemic. You been having fun?
Oh, it's a blast. I love it. Love it.
What do you like so far? What stood out to you? Anything fun? Have you been doing HEB yet?
No, I have yet to.
How about we make some noise for HEB? We're big HEB fans here at Kill Tony. HEB Plus. I'm sure Joe would go to HEB if he did his own grocery shopping.
Bitch, I shop for my own groceries.
Where do you shop for
I
groceries?
go to fucking HEB.
Really?
I
Wow.
do.
Look at that.
And people always, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm like, I'm doing what you're doing, bitch.
That's so weird. I cannot
Buying food.
like push a cart like extra strong. God damn. Tries to find hills to push his cart up just to get the fucking core working. I'm excited. You guys know what it is. Adam has been not only one of the backbone, basically, producers of this show at the Comedy Store. He's the guy that let it all happen. There weren't really people allowing different kinds of shows and things like that, but you get a lot of credit there. You had to hear it through walls for years while making lineups every Monday at the Comedy Store.
That was one of the easiest decisions I ever had to make.
We had a lot of fun.
He's also one of the main reasons I came back to the store.
Yep.
He taught me.
Yeah. And roast battle. How about a hand for Adam Egan here, everybody? It's a big deal. He's the talent coordinator of the Comedy Store. Technically, it's not going to happen, but technically, if someone did amazing here, he could pass you at the Comedy Store right now at this very moment. Just a little something for the comedians out on the sidewalk to start sweating a little bit harder for.
That's exactly where they're going to be performing if they get past the Comedy Store next year. On the side.
That is the only place you can perform.
Isn't it crazy for you to be here and see people with no masks inside and no one's dead? Dude, I've been in my apartment for like a year straight, and in the last 4 days, I think I've been to 14 super spreaders.
We really were.
Just take your vitamins and keep moving. I'm mostly confident. Just keep moving.
Yeah. Luckily, it won't settle in until you're back in LA. You won't feel the symptoms until you're there, and we can blame it on them. No, technically, you got it in LA. So let's do it. You guys ready to start tonight's show, or what? You guys know how it works. If I pull someone's name out of the bucket, maybe it's one of the veteran comedians on the sidewalk. Maybe, as we had last week, a lot of first-timers that they're sitting here in the audience. Maybe they drove a long way to be here. Who knows what can happen? If I pull your name out, you get 60 seconds uninterrupted on this stage. You know your time is up, and you're the sound of a kitten. That means wrap it up then, or else you're going to bring out the angry 5th Street Bear. You guys ready to start the show? Make some fucking noise, Austin, Texas. It's very important that the people at home can hear you. Big announcement coming next week for episode 500 of Kill Tony, which will be here in Austin in early April. But let's talk about tonight. Things are going to get started. This is an exciting name. Make some noise for Zachariah Tourette's Tippett. Zachariah Tourette's Tippett. Fingers crossed the guy actually has Tourette's. I don't see why he wouldn't.
Why would you lie about that?
Weird thing to lie about. Someone yells Zachariah out there on the sidewalk. He's coming. Got a one finger sticking up. All right. This guy was putting money in his meter. All right. Here he comes, everybody. This is very exciting. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It has been confirmed. It really is him. It's really him. One more time for Zachariah Tourette's Tippett.
Hello? How y'all doing tonight?
What?
So my name's Zachariah Tippett. Most people just call me Tourette's. And I have Tourette's syndrome. So by a show of hands, how many people know what Tourette's syndrome is? 1, 2. All right, let everybody know. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm way too high to explain to y'all what it is. So I'm happy to be here tonight. I just recently quit my job. So I went home, pretty much said, fuck that place. Clicked and applied just about for everything on the first page of Indeed. And these were some of my results where I couldn't work yet because of my Tourette's. Couldn't be a 911 operator. I tried working at IHOP for about a day, but Tourette's movements and pancakes were a little like fuck. I tried bartending for a little bit, but the only drinks I was allowed to make were the shaky ones. And after that, I shake bait, but remember where the bartending job went? Those kids turned out normal.
Fuck yeah. Absolutely. Zachariah Tourette's Tippett. Welcome to the show. I do believe you're our first ever Tourette's comedian in the history of the show.
Thank you. I'm also out of breath because I sprinted here when I heard my name. So
Where were you? It took you so long to get here.
some wings over on 6th Street, I believe it was.
Okay. Hell yeah, absolutely. So when does this start? Tell us more about Tourette's and how it works. Were you born like this? Was your first word?
So when I was about 7 years old, I caught a case of West Nile. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, and basically, my brain swelled up so much. That's pretty much all the doctors can explain, and that's how it came along and diagnosed me with Tourette's.
My goodness. Did everyone in your family get West Nile? How does that work?
So I got it through mosquito bite. As far as everyone in my family, I don't know. I'm a foster kid, so maybe.
Wow. So you were a foster kid before the Tourette's.
Correct, yeah.
That's wild. What an invent with it. They took a chance and they were right. They would be happy to know. That's like getting rid of GameStop at just the right time. You know what I mean? My goodness. Last thing you want to know is you gave up Tiger Woods for adoption. You know what I mean? But not this guy. No. Very exciting. Zachariah, so what do you do for work?
I do this.
Awesome. How long have you been doing stand-up?
I've been doing stand-up comedy since I was about 15 years old.
Fuck yeah. 15. Got it.
How old are you now?
I'm 25.
Are you hiding that? That was a weird answer to the question.
No, like I said, I'm pretty high, so.
Does the weed help the Tourette's or no?
It does a little bit. Mushrooms help more, and mushrooms actually make it completely go away.
Oh, you should be on mushrooms all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was and I came up here and I told jokes about Tourette's, but no actual Tourette's, I just look like
You can fake it.
Yeah.
Is that noise you make something that you fixed over time? Like, did you used to be like fuck cunt, whatever, and then you?
So mine, because of how I got diagnosed, mine is the most rarest kind of Tourette's. I have body movement and physical, and I have verbal, but my verbal actually changes. So this is about the 8th word that I changed, and it changed every year. When I was living in Missouri, my word of not choice was actually the N-word.
Yeah. No way.
I got beaten the fuck up a lot until that movie came out in front of the class, and then all the black people just accepted me.
Wait a second. So for a whole year in St. Louis, your word was the N-word?
Correct.
My goodness.
How unfortunate.
That sucks.
Did you carry around a sign that says "I have Tourette's, please don't hurt me"?
I thought that was a way of getting COVID.
Yeah, exactly. This is the last time I let a mosquito anywhere near me. Wow, that's wild. Did it get you in trouble? Did you ever get into fights or anything because of it?
Oh yeah, I got beat up a lot, teased a lot, basically just isolated. And
What were some other words in this rotation? One was the N-word.
Bitch, cunt,
Wow.
ass. Carrots was a weird one. That
Yeah,
Carrots.
sharp left turn.
Yeah, very sharp left
You're
turn.
probably like, whew, this is going to be a good month.
Year. The whole year of carrots? People really enjoyed that. Like when I was at the gym and you just hear that one random kid yell carrots and work them out.
What was after carrots?
This word. Wow. It's a combination of fuck.
Oh, okay. But when you do it quick, it doesn't sound like fuck. Interesting.
Just started staring like carrots all the time instead of I couldn't do a beatbox bit about me. So.
Oh, you have a beatbox bit. Okay.
Can we hear it?
Yeah.
Sure. It was actually one of my work jokes. So I tried out DJing for a little while, and you would think my Tourette's would get in the way of that, but it didn't. Actually made it 10 times better because not only did I incorporate a whole new genre of music, which I like to call Tourette's music. So how I did that was I just incorporated my Tourette's noise in with techno music, and it sounded a little like this.
All right, there it is.
And the weird thing about that is white people love that shit.
Fuck yeah.
So what would happen if you had a cure for Tourette's? What would you talk about on stage? Would that be rough for you? Are you actually sort of embracing it now?
Yeah, so I do a lot of when I do stand-up comedy. I like to do like Tourette syndrome awareness. Even after like some skits of shows I'll do Q&As for people that are really interested or have questions or children about it, or have children with Tourette's. They ask me questions. Yeah.
Is there a level of mushrooms you can take where you're not too fucked up and you don't have Tourette's? Can you find a balance?
Yeah, microdosing?
Yeah.
Well, I experimented with 5 grams, so
That's a hell of an experiment.
Yeah. Maybe that one was a little bit too much, huh?
well, I still have it, so knock on wood.
Still.
Didn't go away. It's still Tourette's.
Oh, right, yeah.
If I cured myself of Tourette's, I'd never do a comedy.
You'd be fine.
Yeah.
You'd be fine.
Do
You should try 10 grams.
Yeah.
Maybe you were almost there.
You should try crack.
Yeah. Just try everything to see what happens. So you say that you've been doing it 10 years. The word changes every year. So that means that there was an entire year that you were performing stand-up comedy and randomly saying the N-word throughout your set. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Michael Richards ripped off his bit.
Yeah, exactly. Did you only play black rooms?
No, luckily enough,
Yeah. Imagine how fast he gets swept off the Apollo stage.
so during that time of the word of the year, I actually moved to Minnesota, and people love that word there. Great White North, they don't call it that for no reason.
When you dream, do you have Tourette's or do you talk normally?
Actually, I speed it up, so people would leave me alone and just assume that I'm. What's the word?
Just a dream.
Oh, dream.
Oh, you thought you said drink.
Yeah. No, not really. I'm really accepted and actually happy that life gave me this curse and the burden, but also it was a gift to open me up to.
Yeah, when you have a dream, do you have Tourette's? Not like what's your dream? This guy's up here accepting a Nobel Prize or something like that. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Does your inner voice have Tourette's?
As far as I can remember my dreams, yeah.
Yeah, you still have it. You still got it.
What if you dream when you're on mushrooms?
Oh, that's a pretty wild story. Would you like hearing? Oh, okay. So when I did mushrooms, 5 grams of mushrooms, if anyone missed that, I walked outside around 2 in the morning, and it was raining outside. I was just having the blast of my life. This is the first time I ever did mushrooms. I saw this lady.
Wait. What was your word at the time that you were doing mushrooms, though?
Oh, I don't remember because I took 5 grams of mushrooms.
I'm just gonna guess some carrots. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So, yeah, I went outside. It was raining at the time, and what I got told from my friend was you need to find a really safe space and a comfortable place. So mine was during storms, and I love the nighttime. So I was looking up at the moon, and I saw this lady coming down. She was wearing nothing but black, and as she slowly approached the ground, she walked up and she gave me a hug, and she said, "I am so proud of you, my son. You are going to change the world with what you're doing." And she started floating back up in the air, and I didn't realize, I didn't recognize her. I didn't know who she was, and I asked her, "Well, who are you?" And she told me her name was Death.
Whoa. Man, why would you do that? A partner would just not belong there. Fred.
That's what I remember.
Good mushrooms.
Yeah, I feel like we all just did 5 grams of mushrooms after that story. It's incredible. Zachariah, very fun to meet you, man. I love that you're out here fucking using what the mosquito gave you to your advantage. There you go, Zachariah Tourette's. Tip it. Oh, he's got cards. He's got the N-word on him?
Oh, wow. Not these ones.
I love it. Look at that. There he goes, everybody. Tourette'sInc.com to find out more about his Tourette's awareness. That's interesting. I'm sure there's some listeners that know somebody with Tourette's or something like that. How about a hand for Zach Bogus helping us out tonight, keeping us all safe, getting some of that fucking Tourette's spit off the microphone. All right, next comedian goes by the name of Marcus Olind. Marcus Olind, or perhaps Olind. It's Marcus. Coming in from the back with his face.
Yo, what up? Flex, how you living, pimp?
Anything can happen.
Absolutely. You teaching clavicular how to look max on kick? Baby, I'm the top of the pyramid. I mean, how do you look better than this? I wake up and shit excellence. I don't need to break bones in my face. I'm already as good looking as you can get. Everything else is downhill. Slanging dick like it's going out of style. Dog, Flax, I'm going viral. And I know I always tell you that, but you're like, okay, Rabbi, how are you going to do it this time? So, yeah, probably. I'm not sure. Can you hear me? All right. So I've been doing a lot of promotion on Twitter Spaces. If you know what that is, it's the audio function of Twitter. And what I figured I should start doing, which I think is pretty smart, is going to people who have podcasts who say, hey, want to be on my podcast? They'll like tweet it out and then just connecting with them. So I potentially have 2 podcasts lined up now. And I'm just going to keep doing that and doing the podcast rounds and just, eventually somebody's going to hear me on one of these audiences and be like, wait, you've been live for almost 5 years on 20 different streams. And it's like, yep. You mean I can watch your life, what it was like during the pandemic? Yeah. You mean I can watch your life, what it was like when the Queen died? Yep. You mean I can see what your life was like when the war started? Absolutely. And not only can you see what my life is like, but I keep a radio in the background 24/7. So you literally have watermarks for every important historical event for the last 5 years. And they're going to say, okay, well, what else do you have? And I'm going to say, I have more data than anybody else as well, and more social media. I have over 100 YouTube accounts, over 200 Instagram accounts, over 500 Twitch accounts, over 1,000 TikTok accounts, over 2,000 Twitter accounts, over 5,000 Blue Sky accounts, and over 10,000 Kick accounts. You cannot type the term Rabbi Rothschild in Kick without it getting immediately deleted by a moderator. They don't have that for Hitler. They don't have that for the N-word, but they have it for me, and I'm quite proud of that. $100%. And, I don't even know what I've done is all that bad, but they've, if you really want to know, let me just give you a breakdown of what happened with Kick. People used to tell me you should go on Kick, but when I was looking into it, they didn't archive your footage, so it wasn't that big of a deal to me. Well, later on, I figured, okay, I'll start doing this, but I don't just stream on one stream because I have so many devices and I like to give people like 360-degree views of my life. I stream on multiple accounts. So I did that, which was not at the time against the terms and conditions of Kick. You could have alternate accounts. This was back in the day. So go ahead. 100%. I want world peace. 100%. I want world peace in Israel. I want world peace in Ukraine. I want world peace in Venezuela. I want world peace I want world peace everywhere. I don't want anybody to die anywhere. And that may seem like a pipe dream, but it's an easily defensible take, and it's something that I truly believe. If I could make it with the snap of my fingers, I would create a world where no one would die if they didn't want to. I wish I could prevent all suffering for all humans in the world. I'm just one individual. And this is the platform that I use to be able to promote peace everywhere. And so That's kind of my stance. And if you think about it, it's the only stance that you can really have. That like you can close your eyes and feel good about. Oh, 100%. Yeah, it happened September 10th, 2025. I was listening to the radio as it happened and immediately went on Twitter, saw what occurred, and then did some deep dives for the next few weeks, watching a lot of podcasts regarding it. And that's what I do. Whenever there's a historical event, I do my best to give my viewers, either now or in the future, the best opportunity to be able to learn as much about the event as they can. And then from there, we do our best to move on. Yeah, absolutely. How are things on Kick? You raking in huge amounts of money? Excellent. What do you think of clavicular? Word, dog. My man. Okay, you and I have been like we know Kick really, really well, really well. Like, and you don't go from 0 followers to 250,000 followers overnight. It just doesn't happen. And nobody knows who this prick is. I hate to say it, but like no one. He literally has bought his way into the good graces of Kick. Straight up bought it. And Kick's fine with that, apparently. You and I both know that you don't like even people who work at it, they have to be streaming for like days and days and days to build up to 250,000 followers. Dog, flex, 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 flex. You and I both know everybody who is in the top 10 on Kick is botting. It is a bot. Everybody. If you look at it, if you look, it is. I'm not, it is, and it is with YouTube as well. It's with all of them, but it's basically a competition of who can bot themselves the most. He has a lot of money and he has a lot of influence because of that money. So he can go to different news outlets and have them do interviews about him and he can get promoted. But nevertheless, his stuff isn't that interesting. How much are you going to talk about microdermabrasion on your face that is all that interesting? I mean, at a certain point, you're just sitting there in front of a camera reading a chat, just like anybody else. And if you ever look at his chat, it's very easy to see people who bought their own chat. You're going to see tons of emojis and repetitive statements, and that's what you see in his stuff. He's bought his popularity. Look, Flex, if I gave you $10 million and said all you have to do is get popular, it'd be very easy for you to do that. You would go to the NBA and say, hey, here's $100,000. Just give me a mention. You would go to Channel 5 and say, hey, here's $100,000. Just give me a mention. You would go to Kick and you'd say, look, I'm not going to build up my account. Just give me 250,000 followers and I'll do a 30-day live stream. I'm all over and I'll help bring attention to your platform. And Eddie is going to get on his hands and knees and appreciate you, because there's nothing going on Kick. It's the same old people. It's the same old garbage. And I love Kick. It's my favorite of all the platforms. But I'm just telling you, I see this all day long. It's the same stuff. Nobody's doing anything that interesting. So, of course, Kick is going to be appreciative if you bring in somebody else who's new. And on top of that, they're not doing the whole Twitch thing. They're doing just Kick. That's incredibly valuable to Eddie and the team. So I get that. But at the end of the day, he's just buying influence. It's as simple as that. Look, you've got somebody, I'll just put it this way, Amaranth, who was an icon on Twitch, who is on who bots herself, and I can tell you how badly she bots herself, but I'm going to at least say this. She's been live streaming on Kick for years, and she has 250,000 followers. How is it that this is a woman who has done all kinds of stuff, raised dogs, done bikini shoots, all kinds of stuff, and she has 250,000 followers, and then this kid from Miami who nobody knows about, who hammers his face every morning, comes in and has the exact same amount? It doesn't happen that way. You and I both know that. And so they Kick itself makes rules for thee, not for me. Here's what they do. They say to somebody who's like a nobody who comes in and bots themselves, boom, you get stopped for botting and you get a ban or whatever. But for people who perhaps may make the platform more enhanced or have a spotlight or whatever it is and get in other media, they're going to bend over backwards. Here's another one, which is absolutely ridiculous. Jack Doherty, or that prick, he literally was in a car accident looking at his phone against terms and conditions about doing violent or dangerous acts. I was in Eddie's live stream at the time when it happened. Immediately, they banned Jack Doherty for what they said was life. It was a permanent ban. And then they release it 3 days later. And then he gets into some kind of fight and they put it up again and say it's permanent, and now he's back on. It's kind of a joke that if you have enough money and you have enough influence, they will drop those bans against you faster than you can shake a stick at. When if you're a small-time creator, you're done, and if you ever try to come back, they are going to ensure that you continue to be banned. And that's just, in my opinion, it's ridiculous. For somebody out there who shows a football game, a Super Bowl, or some kind of college basketball game or whatever, and they say that's copyright infringement, or you listen to a song or whatever, and then you lose your account because of that. And just because you don't have the same financial backing as some of these big guys, they get to play by different rules. Am I envious of it? I'll just say this. It's just not fair. I don't really care, but it's just, I'm going to call a spade a spade. That's how it works. What is that? Not to my knowledge. Well, it hurts people like you. Go ahead. Yeah, you love this. Television tropes. They all have been. There's only a limited amount. There's only a limited amount of stories that you can tell that haven't had, a good guy versus a bad guy, or a bad guy versus a good guy, a love story involved. You can mix and match them, but at the end of the day, they're all the same. It's like Legos. There are only a finite amount of Legos, and you can mix and match them to make your Lego creation, but at the end of the day, they all are blocks. And this is well, I mean, some people are just living their life and they just live in here with me. Other people are here on their lunch hour. Other people just leave their cameras on. But yeah, I mean, we are growing. Certainly, we're approaching 3,000 people in Discord. And you know what? Frankly, That's a pretty big Discord for one individual, so I'm quite proud of that. Do I think you bot? If you do, you don't do it enough, so you're not really the target of my feelings. And frankly, the situation hurts someone like you, who is perhaps doing the streaming in the correct way, but no one is going to find out about you on the top 20 streamers on Kick because somebody's got deeper pockets than you do, and they're going to ensure that they are promoted higher. It hurts you directly. Baby, when you're at the pinnacle of the pyramid, what do I need that for? But no, I'm open to it. But like, as you understand, I'm sure with peptides, like the ones that are currently out now, they've made some development, but like you lose a lot of muscle mass. I'm like waiting for people to work these things out. Then I'll take the peptides and I'll be rail thin with huge muscles. But excellent question. You know, Kill Tony? Yeah, it's amazing. It is the largest live podcast in the world. It takes place every Monday from the Joe Rogan mothership in Austin, Texas, and it's a stand-up comedy show, and it's really funny. And you've got some people on there who are basically becoming up and coming stand up comics, and they get a lot of big guests. They get Post Malone, Tucker Carlson, people like Bill Burr, Joe Rogan, of course, and it's just interesting to see these big time comedians alongside people who are just starting out. Some of the people have been doing it for years, but sometimes it's their first time ever. And they're in Madison Square Garden. Sometimes Kill Tony takes place in arena shows, and they're in like the biggest place that you could be. And it's the first time that they've ever performed stand-up comedy. And, you know, it's just really interesting to see. So I've been watching a lot of that. And then I've been teaching a lot of classes, 87 straight days on Kabbalah, which is Jewish mysticism. And so that's been taking up a lot of my time. I also watch Jewish lectures constantly. I keep them on 24/7. So that's what I've got going on those devices. I like other podcasts. I like some MMA podcasts. Did you watch the fight night on Saturday? Well, basically, it's the study of Jewish mysticism, Kabbalah, which is a series of books and teachings going back about 800 years to the 13th century, but even before then as well. And it's really the some of the more ornate ways of Jewish understanding and interpretation of Torah and Talmud. Do I think you could get into the Kuba Blakovich? If you want to. What do you mean? Baby, I see everybody as subhuman in comparison to me. Absolutely, my friend. You take care, Flax. Love you too. Shout out to your stream and shout out to your chat. Shout out to Flax. What up, Miss Aquarius? Miss Aquarius. You're good. How's your day going? Excellent. So far, so good. I just awoke, so I started up my stream. Yeah, so that happens. My browser will crash, and for whatever reason, and yeah, just it happens. Especially when like I'm doing a lot on this device. I'm streaming on two different YouTubes while simultaneously in this Discord call. And if I don't restart my computer regularly, or um, it will crash on me. But additionally, it's very interesting when I have to do an update on the device. Immediately, the device doesn't work as well. Like when they're like put out an update, and immediately I'll know that there's an update because there's a delay in my speech on the stream. So yeah, that's just what I've been doing, and I'm trying to connect with these guys for these podcasts, and hopefully I'll be able to at least do one of them today. And the guy who just came in, he's a kick streamer. That wasn't a podcast, but he comes in here every once in a while and asks me questions, and we just check up on each other, and so just yeah, he has 2 years. Yeah, we started this. Let's see here in 2024, and June of it was like July of 2024, something like that. And so I've been streaming a lot longer than that, but it's really hard, Miss Aquarius, to get people in your Discord if it's small. It's just it's like it's an uphill battle. And one of the reasons why is because people want to be in a place that's lively, that has action. And if you only have 10 people in there, nobody's going to want to join. So, and then how do you get new people to join? You know, like, especially online, people just don't want to click a random link and they don't know where it's going or whatever. So, basically, I started from my Discord, different social media, and getting new people in here. And in then you're good. In about a year and a half, or a year and 3 quarters, we're approaching 3,000 people, which is really great. Um, it's bigger than I would have thought that it would have been at one point. So that's good, and it just continues to grow. So that's great. Yes. Well, thank you, madam. I appreciate it. What's going on? Oh, tell him to back off. JC's back. Yes, ma'am.
caught up under segregation. To get caught up in America's prison during the 20s. Mexican culture. For the past 5 years, I've been talking to advanced three surviving members: John, Little King, and Harry Cupcake. What has happened? We were not just being a homeowner, even someone else has the right to do what they need.
Morgan Wright, thank you so much. Yes, great point. $1 billion more. That has not moved the needle. So money not solving this one. Just waiting for somebody to talk on it. Thank you so much for your insight on this case. Really appreciate it. And good luck out there. Hope to talk to you and catch up with you about what you learned again.
Anytime, Shannon, Andy, thank you guys.
All right, we've got breaking news. There is a verdict, and the social media companies have been found liable. The jury has awarded in this case. We are hearing this from Fox News, CNN as well. The jury has awarded $3 million in damages in this social media trial. That Meta and YouTube are liable for negligence, failure to warn people that were using their social media apps. That addiction was a likely outcome of using said apps. Again, $3 million in damages, very low.
Yeah, I thought that was a typo when it first came across the figure on Fox and you have up and see a bunch of television stations that we're looking at. I think this is specifically to the 20-year-old woman who said that she was addicted to the apps at a young age.
Is this aside from punitive
I
damages?
think so. I mean, I would imagine that the thing about this is that because this is a federal trial at the Los Angeles Superior Court, this is something now that will influence thousands of other cases against tech companies. So what we're looking at are potential additional awards for individual situations. But I agree with you. I think that's very low, especially when we talk about punitive damages yesterday in a trial in New Mexico. They were somewhere in the $375 million range.
Yes. Yeah, this is the first of several trials that we've talked about since the inception of the trial. They're calling this social media's big tobacco moment. But not for $3 million. That's nothing.
They sneeze that.
So we'll stay on top of this. We'll come back and break it down what this means and what punitive damages would be. Those were separate. I will get you all the beliefs outside of that courtroom right now as people start to make their way out into the podium. Scary and Shannon will continue. Andrew Spire is in. And we've got news there. Eileen Gonzalez is here.
Has urged the U.S. and Israel to end the war in Iran, saying it's causing immense suffering of civilians and affecting the global economy. He also urged Iran to stop attacking other countries that were never parties to the conflict. Secretary General Antonio Guterres says this has gone too far. Federal investigators say several things may have gone wrong before an Air Canada plane crashed into a fire truck at the airport in New York.
TSB says the fire truck that was crossing the runway was not equipped with a transponder that identifies aircraft and vehicles on a tracking system for air traffic controllers. Also, the NTSB's Doug Bracey says a radio transmission request by those in the airport fire truck to cross the runway may not have reached the controllers. That transmission was sent by another radio transmission. Meanwhile, the NTSB says one of the two air traffic controllers on duty was busy with several jobs at the time of the crash. Scott Pringle, KFI News.
The court has denied a petition from State Attorney General Rob Bonta to block Riverside County Sheriff Jack Bianco from investigating the Prop 50 election.
Sheriff Bianco, who is running for governor as a Republican, is looking into claims of election fraud and wants to recount all the ballots cast in Riverside County last November. Bonta filed a petition with an appeals court on Monday, claiming the sheriff's misguided investigation threatens to sow distrust and jeopardize public confidence, end quote. Bonta also calls it an abuse of the criminal process. The three-judge panel denied the petition on Tuesday, saying Bonta should apply with the lower court. Dana Martindale, KFI News.
Citizens group claims its audit found nearly 46,000 more ballots were counted, which the county members passed. You will soon be able to shop on your TV. Samsung TV Plus has introduced new interactive shopping capabilities to allow users to shop from Amazon via their remote control. The service is set to launch in July. SoCal weather from KFI, some low clouds and fog this morning, and it turns sunny with highs in the 70s, lower 80s for Metro LA and OC. Low to mid 70s at the beaches, upper 70s, lower 80s at the valleys. Right now at 73 in Lake Forest, 70 in Irvine. Let's see how things are looking on the roadways. There's a crash on the viaduct.
Still causing delays because lights out on Lakewood Boulevard. The right lanes are blocked with this one. In traffic is swing back from the Atlantic Boulevard. Santa Ana, we've got problems there. 55 northbound, just past 17th Street. That's a bad crash involving a few vehicles. Most notably, a big wreck that jackknifed. We've got one car facing the wrong way there as well. And it's the carpool left lanes that are blocked on the northbound side, southbound side. The carpool lanes are blocked as part of that big road went through the center line in the Gardena area. Large bag filled with, well, we don't know what's inside. We don't really hit it. The 110 freeway northbound right from the lane of one. That's in the middle lane. That crash in Gardena, too much well. That's all with Southern California's most accurate traffic reports. I'm local Charlie.
College basketball back in the spotlight. Our troops will have everyone talking. That game was unbelievable. There's brackets are busted, Cinderella stories, and buzzer beaters that make history. Look at the Fox Sports Radio Wizard #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app Plus. Binge on demand podcast for more coverage with the Dan Patrick Show. With Colin Cowherd, our front line looks like an NBA front line. And more. Search college basketball on the iHeartRadio app to stay in the know.
This is a story about young couple who fall for each other despite everything. It's the story of manipulation on a flipping scale.
This case, all of my law went to stop. What the hell?
It's about who we all are. Not little we know.
illustrious journalist and Total's media. This is Sweet Bobby.
Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Berkshire Club. Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Berkshire Club.
Visit the forest today and enjoy what it does just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to the Smell of the Forest Battle Line, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
President Trump is set to speak at the National Republican Congressional Committee annual fundraising dinner tonight. Trump is expected to tout the NRCC's fundraising call so far and make a pitch for electing Republicans in the upcoming midterm elections. The White House says Trump is all in on the midterms and will be making stump speeches and hosting events. President Trump has a new Florida congressperson at his Mar-a-Lago home in Florida, and it's a Democrat, Michael Cassidy.
Democrat has won the special election in Florida that flips the state legislative district layout. It's President Trump's Mar-a-Lago. Democrat is a winner in the race for district legislative office over Republican John Nichols. The seat had been held by Republican Rabbi Rothschild, who resigned last summer when he was appointed Palm Beach County Clerk by Governor Ron DeSantis. President Trump won the primary two-phase election. I'm Michael Cassidy.
Politics, unlike the sports.
KFR AM 640. More stimulating talk.
Tourette's is interesting. Seems like it could be fixed.
One more time for Marcus Olin, everybody.
Hey, what's going on? Just getting high outside before the show. I like smoking weed, makes boring stuff fun. Fun stuff more fun, hell yeah. Like I like getting high before I drive for Uber. Makes that more fun. Not a good Uber driver, I'm pretty bad. I got a 2-star rating, picking people up late, dropping them off at the wrong location. They're always mad, like, this is not what I put in my phone. All high looking at my phone, like, shit, my phone's on airplane mode. Where did you say you're going again? Sure you're not going to the airport? My favorite thing to do, I like getting high and masturbating. That's my favorite thing to do. Okay, we'll talk strategy after. That's what's up. If you don't know, it feels really good to get high before you masturbate. It feels amazing. I call it weed whacking. It's great. I noticed something about drugs that, like, every time a drug gets a street name, if that street name's a person's name, it's always female. You ever notice that? Like Molly or Lucy or Mary Jane. Like, I've never had anyone be like, hey, man, you want to go smoke some Dave?
There he is, Marcus Olin, everyone. Fuck yeah, welcome back, Marcus.
Thanks, man.